Meow. Meow. Hello. Knock knock. Who's there? Knock knock. I am back. I think. Hello. Hello. Excuse me. Is anyone there? Anyways, let's try one more time. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. It's been a while. I need to stop. But yes, it's working now. Woo woo. Anyways, hi guys, welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Okay, anyways. It is online. What are you talking about? Loom. I think it's a game kind of wacky. It's because it's old. It doesn't load properly. Should I change game? This game's so buggy. Like it's already stuck again. Nekopara? Jokes. No, Nekopara. Nekopara. Damida. Bring to the front. Error? There's error for the game? I can't even see that error. Tell me. Window full screen? Yeah, no. There's an error for the game. Maybe I can't play the room. First one? Maybe I'll try the room 2 or 3 or 4 next time or something. That's so annoying. I was so curious about the game. Hi, I'm back. Big boy. It's big me. Nekapa guy version. Oh my god. Cringe. I don't want to do it. Hanami, do you want to read with me? Jokes. Unless. Ooh, how about Journey? Shall I play Journey? Oh. Wait, you mean, Oh? What? Okay, so Journey or Nekopara? Shall we do a poll? How do you do a poll? Do we need a poll? I don't think we need a poll. You guys can just type. You know, don't be lazy. Nekopara or Journey? I can maybe play for an hour and a half if you really need me. I mean, I'm just kidding. You don't have to. I don't want to force you or anything. P-boy. So yeah, so there's Journey. And there's also Nekopara. And then there's Mustache. What else? Play KFC dating simulator. Wait, do I have it? I have it. It's not installed though. 5 minutes installation. Wait. Shall we talk for 5 minutes while it installs? Oh no. I mean, I think it's a shorter game, right? I think than Nekopara. Crack chicken nuggets. Aishi. Yeah, damn. Man. Well, I mean, since we're waiting, I think we can play KFC. Simulate KFC. I love you, Connell Sanders. Bro. I don't know why I've been so absent-minded lately, like brain who, and I just can't think of what to do for stream. I just don't know what to do. I think we can do chicken nuggets, boy, and see how it goes. I mean, since we're here, might as well say what's happening on the weekend. So on Saturday morning my time, around 11, I'll be playing It Takes Two with Kaira. We're gonna continue that shit. And on Sunday night, Oh, what's it? Oh, we're gonna play Phasma with Kaira and Snow. That's gonna be fun. No, it's not, but... Did you just say what? What did I just say? Woof? Woof? Woof, woof. No, that's not what I just said. Alright, let's try this. Apparently it's been downloaded. Why are you woofing? KFC presenting Yo, oh my wait a minute. I was like I was not expecting this. The animation's kind of cracked though. Wait, what is so good? Ah, man. Only them would make such a legit animation for such a cracked game. Change stream title, I will. I was waiting for the cutscene to finish. Man, that's so funny. It's so funny. Why is this so funny, man? I want the KFC gravy and popcorn chicken bowl now. Dude, that's so good. Finger licking good dating simulator. Man, this is so cracked. It's all senpai, right? KFC. Wait, let me update on places. I fucking got it. I can't take this seriously. What do I do? I'm gonna die. Give me a hot second. Jesus Christ. I hope I don't get full simulator? No, simulate later. Are you guys ready to date Colonel Sanders? Oh my god. Oh no, I used the wrong emote. I'm using the wrong emote. Oh shit. Wait, let me see if can I make it not full screen? Yeah, Windows? Yes, Windows is good. Prioritize quality. Wait, why is the menu background music's pretty as well? Huh? Back. Why is the song so pretty as well? What the fuck? Do you guys hear this? It sounds like it should be in Genshin. Do you guys like the coincidence that the line is like across my neck? Wait, why is this song so pretty? What the what the actual fuck? Alright. New game. My favorite DPS, Colonel Sanders. Guys, what's my name? Oh my god. Hanami? No. My favorite DPS, Colonel Sanders. I was gonna say what the fuck that asked me. Cool. Imagine being a cook at KFC. Is that kinda spying on the enemy? Cola? Let's do Coco. Let's bring Coco back. Coco from Doki Doki is back in KFC Dating Simulator. Dude, they dress so well. That's so good. Alright, it's back to dialogues reading, guys. It's back to dialogues. Oh shit, bro. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Oh, student apartment. Casually named Ronald McDonald. You didn't say that. Fuck. Wait, I want to change the name now to Ronald McDonald. Fuck. Sad. Sad how you're so slow. Coco Sanders. Oof. Ronald Sanders? Sheesh. Imagine Ronald Sanders. Ah, damn. Missed opportunity. Hanami, you have to do Ronald when you play this game. Wait, wouldn't it be a spoiler if you're gonna play it next time? Restart the game. Shall I? Why not? Die! Die, why are you still awake? Next time. Yeah, go the fuck to sleep, Jesus fucking Christ. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. This should be you. This should be you. I should have made the name Die. So you'll be sleeping as a warm morning sun casts a warm glow on you. You're powered by adrenaline and simp energy. Anyways, the world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Oh, okay, that was fucking loud. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. I'll be dedicated. Anyways, what do I mean? Anyways, don't I always do anyways? Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy of Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What would you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find yourself, imagination, getting away from you. What's this? Readings to my Mass, hello, morning. What's good? I decided to change game because the room wouldn't let me in. The irony, the room wouldn't let me in, but I'm supposed to escape the room. Hello, how was your sleep? I hope you slept well, unlike Daifku, who is not sleeping yet. Okay, you need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. I will allow myself to think a bit, thinking about the future. It's here, finally. Your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Good, just good. Okay. Well, I'm glad it's good. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Why is that so funny? Like, delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. I was not expecting this kind of biscuit. I was expecting like a biscuit, you know, like a cookie biscuit, not like a bread biscuit. But alas. Oh, is it British? Should I use like a British accent? Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets. KFC buckets. As you rush to arrive on time. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your long-life best friend, Miriam. She poses for you. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met. You absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Ronald. Why is her neutral stance like this? Ah, my gosh. Watch her start doing the Chico dance. Chica dance? Chica. Are you excited for the new first day of Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, I'm... Oh my god. Wait, I love her, wait. Because I sure am excited and a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the... It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm not good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by MasterChef parents. She's always held herself to a high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning, famous 3 days only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. 3 days only semester? Oh, yeah. So 3 days a week? Question mark? Or is it just like, literally, just 3 days? A sweet girl, Miriam. Is that right? It sounds weird. Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatics. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Oof. Ow. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Pep talk? Pep talk or change the subject? Peep pray. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares, I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? Oi, Santa? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk, Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. If not all, and if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Bang bang bang. Bang up, bang up, bang up. Sorry. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yeah, you can definitely believe it. Right people with the power of food. Hell yeah. Who drew this? I wonder. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hand and onto the ground. Hey! Oh my god, the girl of my dreams. It's what? Ashley? Ashley? Hey, it's Ashley. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it from now. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Ronald's shins alone. They're perfectly normal. What is going on? Why are we talking about the shins? You leave Ronald's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley, even though her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. Can I stop talking about the shins? We're not going to let you or your very weird insults get to us. Across the quad you see Ashley, best friends Van the Man. I stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're working glutes. I need a fucking drink. Van. Why is this so funny? You rang. Why? You rang. You've never been sure what the arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van has been just as close as you as Miriam. But substantially more devious. Yo, he's gonna get burned with that exposed McSads. I can't believe that university or cooking school academy for learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they'll just hand us our diplomas right now. Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just no time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, nerds. I mean, losers. I'm sorry. Hello? As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window, directly next to it. Brody farted.
Oopsie. I think it's broken.
Should I use that voice? Should I use that voice? Is that a bit weird?
I think it's broken.
You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick.
I love you.
I think you mean thank you.
My name's Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old.
Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly say Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Oh, my dude. Hey Pop, I'm Ronald, so... Are you going to make me hold this door all day?
Nope.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me or is he kinda cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Oi? A Shiba chef? A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. What's the voice should be like? Now, quiet down, everyone. Who's this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? Must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Oof. What? A cute dog is a professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuance of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begin to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petal fill the air inside the classroom.
I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
And then he walks.
Oh my god, Colonel Sanders?
You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. My fucking god. I thought he would be a part of a professor, not one of the students. He has a fucking goatee, for God's sake. The pedals! Pedals? I know, right? His arm is huge, the fuck. He needs the guns, you know, to fry all this chicken. Sheesh. The chicken's as big as his arms. What am I doing?
It's him! It's
my favorite student, Harlan. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles, sorry, Professor Dog before he can finish his sentence. What voice should I do? Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desk. Suddenly the room is sweltering. Sweltering? What's sweltering? Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you and you're not even entirely wrong. Leo, do you like it? We're playing KFC dating sim. Oh my god. Yeah. Sheesh.
And this over here must be Sweaty Sweatalot.
Maybe we should open that window back up before faucet pits melts into the puddle and evaporates entirely.
We're playing dating sim. Hold on just a second, nobody talks to my friend like that.
You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all your really weird insults?
Besides, when roller sweat is not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer.
Can we not talk about disgusting body parts and body odors and body produced shit? Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hands outstretched. Boy, howdy. This classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please, use my handkerchief. Oh boy, he did the hand kiss. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How would you respond? I don't know. Take it? Do I take it? Refuse it? It's like, yes, I will wipe my sweat. And no, I will continue to sweat. Take. The dog is still here. You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful you hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has its natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you ever smelled. Man, it's fine. You are one fine chicken. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there will be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech.
Hi guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I hope everyone has a good summer. I really miss...
Quiet. Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue, you're on a fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place?
Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher.
Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You'll expel if you utter one more word before I finish. Poor guy. Poor guy. There's too many... Hey, I did not notice that poster in there. How did I not notice until now? I want to give him a voice, but I don't know what. Should I give him like a very... Anyways, let there be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across the town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkle is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Oi? The class bursts into laughter. Oh, clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walk into the classroom. As everyone stands in silent obedience, when he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and take a dip sniff. I'm so sorry. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decided to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Chicken? Maybe, since it's a chicken school? You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eye go wide as he looks onto it. His favorite! Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands silk with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all time. Remember, guys, always bring around a dog treat. Settle down, young chefs. Take a seat and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you are left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain.
Hey Ronald, there's still a seat here.
It seems that nobody has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. 2 good options, but which one would you choose? Colonel or your friendo? Best friend, of course. You take a seat by Miriam.
I'm so glad that you have me near me. I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class.
Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I be sit by?
Colonel Sanders, he has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better.
She's getting ready, you know, like, huh, I'm ready, come to me. But yes. Someone's gonna fall on her someday, and she'll be ready to catch them. Such a sweetheart. I'll never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. It's like a lifetime. It's literally 3 whole days for a semester? That's like for the semester. Oh my gosh. So you say, but now that Mira mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. As soon as you settle in your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for pop quiz.
Yay, pop quiz. About me.
Oh, pop quiz. This is incredibly important. A surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely? That's right! Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather? That's right! Extremely. What's the most efficient eating utensils ever created? A comically oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, a spork. That's right!
Oh my god, you're so smart, Halami. Oh my god, who are you?
What food is best for a broken heart? Anything, as long as it prepares with love and not much salt. Camel meat, a pancake that looks like a silly face. Love. Not too much salt. A pancake that looks like a silly face.
That's right.
Is Sprinkles a good boy? No. He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. A best boy.
That's right.
Your totally score is perfect score, 5 out of 5. Wow, be honest, did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain.
Oh my god, I'm so flattered.
Disgusting. Hot diggity, Ronald. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders point with that performance. I wonder if I can choose an answer. Or like the most positive answer, or like obvious answer? Maybe you should try that next time. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Lunch? Already? Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you ever even at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? It must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
It's about lunch.
No, I just want to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I would like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everybody cheer.
Ooh.
But
Shh. Shh. Lunch.
She said shush. In honors of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
Aha! It must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed, the smell. The smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? It's this. Colonel Sanders lifted a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Wow, so nice. Mans. I'm hungry. Not hungry, but I want to eat chicken. Imagine cheese chicken. Pad Thai are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to the crispy golden finish. The aroma envelopes you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavor. You look around to notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as I can. But that's all I will say about that.
He Dorito buddy. Ay!
Look at that. Big boy arms, Dorito body, thin waist, big funnel thighs, goatee. Sheesh. Oh. What? Wait. What? Wait, I don't know. You think we're one of stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshwa. Nah, my dude, nah. I think that fits better. Nah, but. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach.
Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at the moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender.
You see her body language changed from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. Oh please, oh please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any...
I'll take it. I'll take this.
Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He begins contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of the fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth in it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transport you to another dimension. Alone with your taste bud gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus on mind, meditate on this moment, trying to add flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light. What am I supposed to do? Be serious? Be whipped? Or just death? Savor the moment. The flavor in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. Oh, too late. I have chosen simp.
Oh, what a guy.
Hả? 等一下，我在东西。我在东西。Mom came in. Mom came in and you know how I was telling her about that I started doing commissions and stuff, and then she was like, show me the art. I'm like, not now, I'm doing something. I'm doing something, bro. I'm trying to date Colonel Sanders, please leave me alone. Accident. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He's not smiling. Bitch, smile. He stops what he was doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wonder if I could talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. Chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. When did he get a cane? Not like this, exactly. Yo, his body is so Dorito. And he's holding a chicken cane. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'll be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. It's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? Aww. You've got Moses? You got Moxie? You got Moxie, I'll give it. What's Moxie? Mossy? Mossy? I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but I can't tell. I used it's something my great grandmother taught me. What's this? I use what? Wow! You've never had guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you've guessed some if you've searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in a quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. His voice just suddenly changed. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I graduated. It sounds like you have a big plan. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure out now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Now you can to show your own strength, wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Be modest but thoughtful. I don't know, maybe not nag him? Wow him or be modest? Modest. Modest. Wow him? Wow. Maybe be modest? Oi, let's go! Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed the food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Ronald. I'm sure it'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. We step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need.
Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blew it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowds of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creation. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pay off. Naturally, Miriam looks over to you, but unable to control herself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Aw, man. Ronald. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that's me and you, if that wasn't clear. Wanna be my partner? Oh, sure, Ronald. I'll prepare our station. Oh, look at Miriam. What the fuck? Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take note. Hello, new partner. Oh my, two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. I don't know who to choose. It looks like you have to pick for her. Friends' duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Pop or Clank? Pop Clank? Clank or Pop? Pop or Clank? Pop or Clank? No, water. Yes, thank you. Water is very important. Did I go with Pop? Oh, Clanky Clank Clank. Water. Mans. Eeny, miny, mo. Who's the fairest of them all? To be Miriam's partner. Who will you be with to your show? I don't know. Okay. Sorry, Pops. Sorry, Pop. But I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this junction. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He eats up and begins to roll back and forth. Oh, he looks kinda sick though. Sicky. Hold on there, fella. We haven't noticed Simon yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders, and the pile shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Sorry. Excuse me. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork.
Alright, you two. For this class lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps.
No, don't sweat. It's human nature to burn.
No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Can I clip? No.
I can't stop you, but is it really worth the clip?
No, that's disgusting. People are gonna think I'm disgusting. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Man, this is what happens when I don't calm myself. When I don't restrain myself from burping. Cool noises.
Everything. Always cool noises. Which dish do you suggest upon a Colonel Sanders?
Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus would blow.
Potato and gravy? I've always been something of a down-home chef.
I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, and comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes?
Wait, let me adjust my chair. And gravy?
Sorry.
And gravy.
I couldn't imagine one without the other.
Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you. Cause your whole face will go beet red.
Embarrassed to quickly turn away. I go get the potatoes.
No, please, not me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine.
Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders?
We're just cooking partners, mind your own business.
Sanders' heart is my business. And you better keep your finger off my man. Of my man. Of my man.
I don't know. Did someone to call for me?
Look, no geez, Van Van. I'm over here crushing Ronald's dreams. You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember?
Colonel Sanders. Doons, doons, doons. Armful of peeled potatoes, he tossed them into boiling water and turned his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, powder, Ashlach. Van Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now?
Actually, no.
It looks like Ronald was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is, these young, immature chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Doubt it. Is it too loud?
Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubt whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I don't make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit each other like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense.
Thighs? Drumstick? Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out.
Ashlach is really going at you hard.
You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel, Hans. Do I go to Colonel or Miriam? Hans or the BSD? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Colonel, please help me. I'm going to learn to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of the class, so let's all respect that format, shall we? We turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders and Colonel Sanders chose me, isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Ronald as my partner for this activity and I stand by it. Based on the team's behavior, I'll say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Ronald's natural talents or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential.
You look for Sprinkles and hope that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and the short but sturdy statures. You look down at the station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hand has been cooking on autopilot. Oh! Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled tomato into a perfectly creamy mashed texture. With plenty of butter and cream for flavor, it's as if a natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do.
Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Hey, look at that, sheesh. Poo-poo. Gravy flowed down the mouth of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be so proud. Yo, oh my god. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you are suddenly holding the same spork, and for that one small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Oh wait, give me a second. Letting my dog out of the room. And the world stops. With just you and him. Eat. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. What? What does that have anything to do with the sport? What does that have anything to do with the sport? Bestie sparkles. Bestie the sparkles. Bestie the sparkles. Oh my god, he's crying. What the fuck? Your English dying. Fat mood. Oh, the spot. So delicious, I'm tearing up. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful mashed potato right into Ashley's stupid beautiful face. Dan, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potato and gravy and realized that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slicks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Ronald. We do not waste food in Brim's kitchen arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'll both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Ha ha ha. Can I have potato, please? Batman rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potato with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle eggs blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Redeem. I was reading the dialogue. Then interrupting students rushes to Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. I I have. Evening. There are so many arts on this game. I know, right? Like, is it just one artist or is it multiple? Jeez. No, 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 no. Let me stop on the fine line. Like in the possible wash. And maybe turning the process. The result could be dosing. Evening. I hope your day went well. Tonight it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. Remember. I just be shaking. What? He died? Hello? Killed him! Everyone will stay back. Don't take another bite.
Wait, look back at the plate?
The rest is all gone. You know, there's a tip of the tentacle being slipped up and Pop's half. Pop. Please. Do you want death? Pop wins in pain for a moment. Then it's almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class is getting to watch Pop's for a moment. Shock has frozen the whole crowd down, as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, interrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against the poison of all kind. Yes, I have. We're playing KFC dating simulator. I'm not sure the professor here will make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Over here. Yo, that was fucking chaotic, man. Gee. It was intense. Like, what the fuck? I didn't know there was death in this game. Seeing that you've shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you have to go through that. Please let me walk you home. What? Like for real? No, come on. Should I do that like a breaking voice? You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. What romance shoujo is this? Like this music? Hello? They can just kiss right now. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. People just die and now it's romance. Okay, I know. What kind of horror romance is this? Colonel Sanders dating sim? The only place where you can see thriller, horror, and romance at the same time as supernatural. And cooking. Cooking and horror in the same game? Sheesh. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. He's crying! Oh my god! Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Ronald. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world have ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, haha, like so many ways. We should follow our dreams with our hearts, that our souls may be granted them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you. Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking initially killed the guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Oh, whoa, hello? What just fucking happened? This bug monster is here to fight the hero. Oh no. This bug monster is here to fight the hero. Maybe. I think I left the fridge door open again, like the nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. This can't be very afraid of me because I'm a monster, see?
Is he running on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before I can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence!
What the hell? Dried out mashed potato with spork poked in? I don't even fucking know. It's a potato. It's a potato, it's a spork. What would you do? Attack. You decide to go on attack. Which attack would you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. The attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes for attack. They hit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Defense. You decide to defend. Which defense would you use? Trepidation. Fire mechanics. Woohoo! She's exciting. You continue to stay back and enjoy whatever comes your way. Seems like a weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do you. Strong monsters focus their mashed mind and draw in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack. You decide to go on attack. Which attack would you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Sprite Monster is no critter, buffed up and ready to rumble, then go for an attack once again. Sprite Monster use all T10, so you take 2 damage from attack. If you take more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Attack. You decide to go on attack. Cook with love does 1 damage. Sprite Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn, of course, and when who's going to have it to clean that up? Feeling vulnerable, Sprite Monster prepare for its ultimate attack, run the edge. Wow, Monster, the reign of terror stops here. At the commentary, Colonel Sanders summons the edge of 100,000 chickens. Power Pinch. Popeye Power Pinch does 10 damage. Sprite Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Sprite Monster spills you into the night. Oh, forget mercy. Finish him. No students ever walk on the. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster match. This monster match with the wrong chef. Attack. You ready? Your final attack. You will never survive my. Student damn lame distractions. Does 10 damage. Sprite Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders look on in awe. My student death does so much damage. Oh my god. You continue to surprise me, Ronald. You defeat the monster that behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It is a cookbook of magic spell, a gold chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. The name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle bus, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. Completely depleted. The road around you is begin to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Colonel. Bruh, that was intense. Sheesh.
The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have enough strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night. Ew! Ah! Good night, my Colonel. Good night, my Colonel. In your dreams, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Zzz. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? Hello. Zzz. You wake up on day 2, and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you right outright. Not much of a secret, huh? And probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense, we'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own. Excuse me. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Clank. I knew it. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him, like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a total sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, and he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front. Rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translating there. Can't speak. Either way, maybe it would be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School, the Academy of Learning, you're a thing now? We're definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did, you're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? I think the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if it's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie lie, your bestie's eye light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that, a secret ingredient. Is that a dramatic echo in here? May run checks to make sure you're alone before continue. So this summer, when I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approaches me in the botanic garden, where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it wasn't powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. Uh-oh. So I filled my suitcases with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later when I cooked with them, it's a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I've ever tasted. Bruh. Oof. Oh, the sound effect's not, the sounder's not on. Oof, I'll do it myself. Oof. Let me go turn it on. I thought it was on. Oof. Should work now. Wait a minute. Oof. Certain Martinia. Nyanska. Oof. Dickney. Oof. Well then. Browser. It should be on. Troubleshoot. Browser source is offline. What do you mean? It is online. Oh well. It cannot be like that sometimes. Money. Oof. I'll do it myself. Oof.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about the new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret spices. Secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Oh, vibrate.
Please, please, please! You will mean the word to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
What do you think? Should protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? Oof. Oof. Well, I mean, it's not my secret to tell. It's not my secret to tell, you know, like,
I need to be a good person.
You could think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch potion, but what can you do?
Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not tasting secrets to other people, you're interrupted.
A wind rush in cherry blossom fill the air. It's Colonel's. Bruh? Bruh? Hello? What are you on? It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Run to him. Bro, honestly, like, he's gonna shower and there's gonna be like cherry blossoms down the drain.
Oh my god, should I stand back and admire him, or like you run to him and say hi? Stand back and admire his majestic glory?
Run to him.
What? Yes. Please run. Kono senpai!
Oh shit, sorry, that was loud. We decided that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll slip you up onto the back of his stallion, and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Ride away into the sunset. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. Ah. However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face.
Ouchie. Worm. Water. Hey, turtle. Morning. Thanks for the water redeem.
Here it is. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, Ronald, I'm here to remember you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I've been trapped in the realm beyond, but great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And the name is... But before you could continue, you suddenly awake. Oh, jeez. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He rouses you back to life with a satchel of secret spices, or is that just his natural season's mask? Compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes. Linen for a kiss? How did that even happen? How is this the right choice? Like, I don't know what, like, is this how otome game is? Hello? You just kiss? Or do I compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes? Excuse me. Excuse me. Should I go for a kiss? Or should I be a normal, as normal as can get and compliment his fucking horse's shoes? Jesus Christ. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who's the fella? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who choices should I do? But eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Maybe you shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who wasn't around here, but one thing is for sure, that Colonel is pretty dreamy. The horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. Okay, that was the right choice, I guess. That was the right choice, I guess. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. Cringe. Oh my god, so dreamy. Your horse's shoes so nice, so sturdy. I love it when your horse step on my face. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad, by the way. They're hiding. You know it must be something real bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try to get a peek over Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming.
Well, the one, I'm not so sure you're ready to handle this.
Ugh. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Don't you stop acting immature. Act like you're not interested in them, but really try to get a closer look. I am very curious. You stand near the rivals but leave your back turned to them. You'll even hear Ban mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who wants to learn. And now you've upset them. And you're the emperor cooking, are you? You make the rules?
I'm not so sure you know a good meal if it ate you.
Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache.
And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil.
You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. Oh. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbowed Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its content are secret. You notice that they haven't just been selling the book. They've got pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing.
Before I can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van's meaty foot.
Hey, watch it, you bucko bolts.
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything.
Ugh, who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer.
Oh, he angry. Clank is angry.
Van drops to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazy men are about to come to blows. I think it might be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Bro? Get fucking smacked, sheesh.
Edgelach.
Tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, go hold yourself. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career and aspiration to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan.
Just then, Sprinkles arrived to signal the true stand of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem to be abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take a seat.
Please take a seat. I apologize for my late arrivals. I spent the morning chasing a car all around the town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. Sprinkles stops in his track and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in trance.
Hey, Husky.
Hey, Fluffy. Husky? Husky. Hey, what's up? Good evening, it's been a while. Hope you're doing good. We are playing KOC. Dating sim.
Ew.
It's a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jump on you and licks your face.
Down, boy, down. Of the pen.
Just chilling. Hey, nice. We love that. Just chilling, casually, nothing to do. Always a good vibing. That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, surely you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of the Independence, it was the chicken who first signed the name. I can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and I miss one of the important parts. Welcome to Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Ronald.
Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Shimmering paper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way, so naturally we shall grab it and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, oh, this guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Oh, you may avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through... to fulfill... the prophecy. Oh my god. You must. Your fears have begun to regain consciousness. Oh man. Man's poor guy. Always being ignored. You come to and find everyone staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth and that's gone forever. Oh. Oh. Oh no, Sprinkles. No, I didn't mean to. It's just there. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria light dim, and your rival enters to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared. What timed?
Valentine competition. Competitive cook-off.
The level of theatrics. Oh my god. The level of theatrics. Theatrics? Theatrics. With these two is off the charts, so it was priceless pepper. Yes, it was priceless pepper. I mean, well, does that make me priceless? Not that I've eaten it.
Oh my god, I'm priceless. I've eaten priceless pepper.
Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time or step up and tell them you're on. Sure. You got it. You got it, world. And hello. Good morning. Morning? You're in PSC, right? I think, perhaps. I don't know.
An 8.
I'll just say that. Should I demand? Or should I say you're on? Should I be extra? Demand them to stop wasting everyone's time. Demand they stop wasting people's time. Is everything a competition with you two?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, not for me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle.
Yeah, stop getting a general cause. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something?
I need to eat if I'm going to have energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef.
How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. Ronald, you should have it. It will give you the energy you need to succeed.
Maria reaches out and presents a gift to you. Oh my god, it's so fucking small.
My special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down and tartlet for dessert.
She wasn't kidding when she said she's doing mini meals. Mini Kawa has become a priceless treasure. The one you want already. Hello, world.
Disgusting. Oh my god. I mean,
Of course.
like, you can't buy a human. Gosh. I'm just so special.
Oh god. Oh, my face hurts. I need to lose weight. Jesus Christ.
Cheese.
Dude, that looks nice too, no matter how small it is. It'll take you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've had enough for today. Let's battle. Oh? You're still gonna battle? Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles step in and surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please slow down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense, you breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the word timer ready. Oh no, here we are. This one I'm talking about. Ow! I stand corrected.
If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you get. My bestie can best the best of them.
Best believe it.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself.
Oi. Bell music. Bam, you had this chicken.
Amen mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1. And feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs out, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What to boil that? That's right, but how would you ever get into this school without knowing that? I don't know. Winner gets to run my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs did you say was used? 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction.
Hill's main intensifies.
Now that you've got some basic steps going on, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Trust? Oh no, that's wrong! Wrong. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. And it's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your customer are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you come from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now, what would be the great time to harness the energy, so where did it come from? Wait, that's right, this is your shot. You're not gonna miss it. This is so weird. Intensifies. You try to shut out the noises of the arena and focus on cooking. What is the sound officer say? Sizzling. Wrong! Oh no, it's bubble! Because of the fucking water. Don't look at me. Don't make me get a spray bottle. Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of the eye. I believe in you, Ronald. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill a traditional Victorian buffet? What the fuck do you mean? I was in the middle of reading! Grr. You're stranded on a desert island with only one desert. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which one do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on those challenges? You're falling behind. What does that have to do with prompting spectacular fried chicken to make? I'm so confused. I can't. What does that have anything to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? You're already struggling to give up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of his dish. Her dish is colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss the biscuit dough into the stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps.
Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in the kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Ronald does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue the dough before it overmixes. You're gonna mix your hand in with it. Oh no! Ow, bro, what? This is so fucking chaos. This is chaos. But not fast enough, your hand got stuck, immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beater, and there's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much more difficult. Everybody stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No. It wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Ronald's injury.
My mouth.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Ronald to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand.
It hurts to speak. Colonel Sanders poured the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredient hidden within. Bruh, what?
Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette, a top slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nugget, and pearl of blueberry gelée. Gelée?
Bro, that's a lot. How can she do this in a cafeteria in the lunch break? Hello? This is unruly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dipped his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley?
Oh, you.
As he placed a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear, a dab of sauce stick to his mustache. Unfortunately, yum. Looks good. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Do I internalize my rage, or do I go, no, this man is mine? Hello? Wait, what? Thanks for the 1,000 bits, Mas. What the fuck? Sheesh.
Do you like the Paimon noises? Thanks for the beats, my dude.
Core noises? Oh my god. It's hard to read in intensive thing because like my mouth can't keep up to my eyes reading the text. Do I internalize? Or do I put myself in between Colonel Sanders and Ashley? I also want to taste.
A deadpan
Emote.
Any money, mo, who's the fairest of them all?
You reach out with an apron to wipe the sauce off his glistering face.
Emma unlocked. Sheesh.
Yeah. Nice. Oh yeah, I should do more emotes, man. But there's no. Oh yeah. I was gonna do it on the BTTTV. Call Sanders recoils and brushed you back. Oh no. Oh no. I should have just kept it to myself.
This girl.
This girly isn't just a fashion statement. It's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. Disgusting, bitch ass. Wait, game over already? Don't mind. Try again. Wait, from the start? No way. Okay. Let's go with a different way. Let's go with you're on. Let's battle. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption. Ronald. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach your boiling point, Sprinkles step in, surely he'll be stopped this madness. Now, students. Alright, let's see. Let's get this going. Sorry, I'm skipping. 100cc. Yes. Down. About 11. Gratitude.
Oh no, that's right, yes! Granted, if you hope forward was succeed, you cuts my reading for you, but actually it's gonna be stronger and faster. Bam, child. Big dreams. That's right. Ow! You serve out the noise of the arena and focus no cooking. What is the bubbling? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's water. Next question, fine. I believe you, Ronald, as you're cheering you on. Oh no, I'm distracted. Hello? What you thinking? Desert dessert with a hunger, alright? You know what? Shouldn't be focused on the challenge you're falling behind. Sure, yes, changing in the past. Let's have to do with crafting speculative fried chickens, but no! Internalize. Enrage burns into so intensely within your eyes that it bursts into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch. Wait, what? The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. What? Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. Nani? And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to feel a fire. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? Man, this is their wedding song. That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Oh, he's so full of himself. Oh, so dreamy. Well, handsome for sure. I was born that way. But I've walked the other path and arrived at the dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I felt as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I felt as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even felt as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight, and I lost my innocence. Oh, excuse me, shit. When I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival, he survived for a while anyway. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. He shot someone? Is this according to true story? Is this based on true story? Did Colonel Sanders kill someone? Oh my god, he did! It's his anime backstory. Yes, he did. Unfortunately, Sanders' companion, a shell manager, was shot and died from his injuries. Sanders retaliated by taking the slain shell manager's gun and shooting at Stewart via Gizmodo. Stewart did get injured but didn't get killed. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's his tragic, traumatic backstory. I like gasp. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved it then. That was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I have to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. one has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of.
Sleepy dog just vibing? Sleepy dog just vibing? Where's the sleeping dog at?
I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Just as your women grow timid, you're interrupted by a threatening shadowy presence. Oh no. It's Brock Monster. More battle?
You woke up like 5 minutes ago? Hey, sheesh.
Good morning, yes.
Oh, nice.
I'm glad you're able to start your day with KFC dating soon. And battle music with Spork Monster. Grogo, the Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit deja vu? I'm sorry, Goku, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. There was Grogo, my twin, and I, Grogo, am here to avenge them.
Are you stronger than Grogo?
No, my twins are there, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. What do you ask?
Colonel Sanders smirks. He is already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Grogo pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel pretty guilty about that, so if I could take it back, I would.
I think what Ronald was saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we don't need to fight. It's just that I got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty food. Surely you like to eat, don't we all?
What's our idea?
Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. He tosses a biscuit into Grogo's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious, you're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today.
I don't believe it. You were humans once?
Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at the school until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed.
Better than the dream I had was fighting some weird stuff reminiscent of the ring, like carrot crawling around in the trees.
Oh no, dude, that's so... Oof, man, oof. I hope it wasn't like a nightmare level, but I hope it's not that scary since you can fight them, question mark. But I'm glad that you finished the dream well and healthy.
I hope this game will remove all that bad ring girl memory.
Man, that's so bad.
Nightmares, man.
Jeez. It's okay. You're safe. Feed it, biscuit. Wasn't scared, just annoyed. I couldn't manage to hit the ah. That's even worse. You're gonna keep dreaming until you manage to hit them.
Shoot, 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 shoot.
Next time I hit them. Next time you hit a headshot.
A magic spellbook.
Precisely.
Sparkle used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who will cheat them through sorcery and guilt. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there.
It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Ronald. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my highway and we can discuss.
A personal insight, you can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home will look like, but it sounds like you're about to find out.
Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bonding.
He had a beard when he was a baby. Fancy hideout. Sheesh, bro.
It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I've always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, that is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perked up as he started to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy, both perhaps. Wicked wings? Hot and spicy chicken? I'll take up him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation too? I'll keep it a secret just for you. I mean, well, since he revealed his secret recipe, should I tell him? Maybe that wasn't a good idea, but you decided that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. What if he plagiarizes my recipe? Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive headfirst. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistened in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Oh, magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remain in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Does he keep like expired shit around or something to remind him of memories? You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable, I'll be back just a moment. He's stealing my recipe, he's stealing my food. You realize that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer to. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on the item to discover more about the Colonel. This must be where he keeps his secret recipe. You think for a moment, what number is important to Colonel? Then it dawns to you. As soon as you turn the dial to 1111, it opens. Wow, secret. 1111, the safe opens. Why is my hands feeling weird? Inside it you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? What? Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Apparently yes. Apparently yes. An adorable little baby boy crawled across the floor. From the goatee and the mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. Well then. Well then. Chicken can be sashimi style, but only in Japan apparently. That and maybe it's a drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture for just himself? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? What kind of fourth wall breaking is this? Tap on the item to discover more about Colonel. The picture appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramid of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovers one of his secret herbs and spices? Oi, what the fuck is this? No, I need more picture. It's a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumstick and appear to be cheering him. You look closely and see there's a short encryption. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Tap on the item. There's too many items. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. A Santa candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool, freshly starched collar, piece of wood floating in the lake. Summer of 96. No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's something. Something. Tell me. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. Spun silver? Spun silver? Like fake? What?
You realize a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a turntable. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real.
Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. It's back. Just then the ghost of student pop up. Are you thinking of batting out in the world of Crest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could have just taken my name right now. Can you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost is swept with the breeze. Tap an item. Oh ho ho! You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is too big for you, but it's comfortable and soft. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They said that home is where the heart is, and is this what they meant? Did this man acquire a youth potion, or are they just rolling with the fourth wall being shattered? You know what? Who knows? It can be both. You took a potion and like, you know what? Let's be someone's let's be someone's senpai. Let someone date me. Or like I don't know, power of chicken. He came back and he came back and is young again. Like something. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. Well, because... Oh, I don't usually learn this out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. You decide now is the moment to make a big move. Oh, you decide that now is the moment and make a big move. You tell him you're cold. You fess up and tell the truth. About what? And enough chicken power to become a Phoenix. Honestly. He doesn't only fry chicken. He also fries himself and become young again. And he's reborn. Magnificent. Make a big move. What would make him like me more? I'm cold? Question mark? What big move? What the truth? Tell him I'm cold? Question mark? I'm so sorry, they made it intro. I just got the call and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and school closes with fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Ah! Suddenly everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking of what you're going to cook. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, take off the jacket and run out the door. Why? Why? But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you a pause to stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Ronald? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift into a slumber. Dream sequence. Dream sequence. Zzz, there it is. Oh. Zzz, zzz. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life.
You think about the new secret recipe ingredient you just learned about. Did you name the character Ronald? Perhaps. Maybe. Maybe I did. In the honors of Sava, who was here earlier. Saza. It's a Ronald McDonald and Colonel Sanders fake. Though I am Ronald, it's okay. In some jurisdictions, something is even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how would they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerged into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here is a simple breakfast I just whipped up. Yo! Bread with butter? I want bread with butter. Sighs and head pats come. What do you mean? What do you sigh? It's magnificent. It's meticulous. I shall be Ronald McDonald with the love of my life, Colonel Sanders.
It's fine. I want it.
You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Hello, teasing me. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Oh, cookery, sorry.
I mean,
should I flatter him or take him down a peg? Does he want, like, banter? Or does he want someone that can hype him up?
ooh, I have crackers with cheese here. Oh my god, wait.
Wait, this is very random, but I got cravings through that bread and butter. Right, Well, that's for him. Why is he crying? A single tear began to pool in the corner of his eyes as he gazed out the window. Mainly just trying to deflate from his mouth. No, bruh. Don't deflate, keep smiling. This is great content. Ronald McDonald is great content. Water. Right. Water.
Thanks for the water.
Business partner, could we be talking about you? Ah, to you. It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting there for you.
Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you.
It's okay, I was just...
But now that it's turned out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
I think I can believe that.
Since I've been partnered up with Crank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him you better keep your doubts turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. I was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me
Skydiving?
with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did you just start skydiving as if it's a typical first date to go to with a talking pressure cooker? Oh my god, sorry, that was disgusting. Skydiving? What the actual fuck? Oh my god, I'm so disgusting. I hate you guys. Well, you guys know I'm you know what? Whatever. Oh my god, bird? Oh my god, bird? I forgot I had this command.
Head pets.
Oh dude, that reminds me. I want to do like a head pet redeem. You know the hand thingy where it goes. Yeah, I forgot to search how to get that set up and yeah. Anyways.
And I'm not really sure where we stand.
We mean I can't speak properly, please. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however, busting up the details of her own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. Okay, please, that's so misleading.
You what?
Nothing happened, but an emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive to school, you encounter your rival in the quad. You can tell from the distance that picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because you know he's Pop.
What's a swirly? What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll be on one right away.
I'll have a swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles like it's a dog and a treat.
Pop is so what?
You can get your swirly dipped too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? His brain is not all there. Yeah, it's not all that, but you know, he can be whatever he wants. He's Pop.
Like a weasel.
I don't know where that came from. Yes. It's okay. He's got his own groove on. He has his thing going on, you know? He's the main character in his own life. You know, like,
oh my god. Swirly with the sprinkles? Ugh, delicious.
Because I'm literally the biggest person at the school.
Poppy vibing hard, honestly. We aspire to be Pop.
There's that there's that
what?
There's that horse that Colonel Sanders tried to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You got some nerve, Ronald, suggesting a pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on a cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up, ever.
Colonel Sanders arrived just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Ronald, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Does hands heal within overnight or something? Imagine.
Dude, she's thick though. I just realized.
Aren't you concerned about my hand, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail raining so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive.
What's he doing complimenting her?
Anime magic healing. True.
With the power of Colonel Sanders, oh my god, and his fried chicken, oh my god, my hands will be healed in 5 minutes. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
It was clear that you are passionate about what your food is received.
That's a lot of word to say it was bland. Oof, sheesh. The shade.
Excuse me, Ronald. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you can tell me more about your thoughts as we block the class, Colonel.
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Ronald.
No, what the fuck, man? I thought you said we had a connection. You said we're gonna be business partners. What do you mean?
Man, this guy be playing. Think about KFC makes me want macaroni. Bro, that I want macaroni. Do I have macaroni at home? I don't have macaroni at home. How dare you suggest macaroni and This man's really only care about food and not about people, let's be real, honestly. Honestly, yeah. Question mark. Bro. Maybe he'll use her chocolate in the KFC store. I want macaroni. And some more. No more. Actually, I have chips on the side as well.
Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the court to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slightly you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out a spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Wow, that's that book. It looks like bad news.
It's just something I found laying around. It will appear to be some sort of grimoire. Grimoire. I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire?
Oh my god.
Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can't think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warning. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. What are you doing, Ronald? I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. I don't think that's what I meant.
Sorry to you, hungry. Offers hug.
Give me food.
No hugs, just food.
Kidding. Thanks for the hug. Oh my god. Chips.
I want macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese would be very nice. She's gonna erase Colonel Sanders from life.
That's way too drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not read it in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around a finger?
Food for the soul. I know. Dude, macaroni and cheese and lasagna. Chef's kiss. Oh, lasagna would be so good. But there's no lasagna.
Would be very nice though. Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Does Macaroni Mondays? Where? You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Mac and cheese and lasagna. Oh, bro? Yo, that's kinda extra. But if you think about it, lasagna is macaroni and cheese with tomato, but in rolled up pasta, you know. It's rolled up macaroni. It's rolled up lasagna, little rolled up lasagnas with extra meat and tomato sauce. Bro, big brain. Whoa, excuse me. Whoa, excuse me. Well, this is the most I've burped the whole stream. I have no idea where it's come from. Oh my god. Oh, macaroni and cheese. Lasagna would be good though. Don't do it. Don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. My mom would macaroni Mondays. We just haven't been able to do it in long. Aww, damn. You should tell her. Be like, Mama, can we have some macaroni Mondays? Skipping words. It's okay. Come on. Did you say burp? Yes. Burp. Dude, I burped more than 3 times this stream and I forgot that I had the command. It's okay, skipping words. We skip words here. We don't speak proper English in this chat stream. You take your friend's advice. Hey dog, Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. Noises only. Come on, I'm sure you're nothing to be afraid of. What do you want? Should I wait or should I get food? Should I wait or should I get food? 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip a coin. Okay, heads or tails? Heads or tails? Heads or tails? Okay. Tails. Sprinkle stopped in his track. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Ah. Gotcha, guys. I got you. Sprinkles turned feral and ran to the window of the classroom. He began barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I thought you'd never come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drols flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings back an important point. Thank you, Ronald, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see. But before I can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Oi, a spark's coming up from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after school. You think I want to be thrown from the plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joanne. J&J forever.
What are you doing? What is that?
Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape that you know. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep. Then take Jeff and Yuan with you. You can all hold hands if you pedal down the mountain or off the cliff for all I care.
Terrence, for some reason that reminds me of a MGSV fan animation. What's MG? Wait, Mega MGSV. Wait, let's watch this clip. Should I watch this clip? What is this? No, I'll watch it later. I don't want to cringe. I cringe enough.
Said beep.
Clank began to shudder. Steam pours out of a gap in his panels, and then the loud ding stops him in his track.
No mouth seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank.
Ew! Clank burped out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. Metal Gear Solid V. Right. I'm bad with abbreviations. Sad. Metal Gear Solid. Oh, really? Terrence, for some reason, that's interesting.
Hit me up with it.
No, just kidding. I haven't played Metal Gear Solid, so I wouldn't know the references. They did fry shoe. They did. I mean, at least it's fresh. Fresh cooks. It's fresh and has a cook, you know? Anyways, that was lame. In terms of fried friend, in terms of deep friend foodware, I guess it looks like a deep fried. Clank slowly rolls out the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition, Showdown Challenge down.
TM.
I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches, see you all in the arena.
But before you can think about coming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam? Are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all around the floor. How could you embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone?
Our tiny cuckoo is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud, you don't need anyone. Me and you, we can now cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to settle up on Colonel Seller's stallion and ride off into the sunset without me.
Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there somewhere with a name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Papa Clank or anyone else we meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Always speaking facts. Well, I was gonna say a joke, but I said that it was best not to. You're making me curious. Well, would you make me curious? What was it? Oof, I guess not. It was that bad, but my eyes open. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that
Professor Doug is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before you exam. About the shoe.
Oh yeah? Did Clink eat someone and like keep the shoe or something? You think? Probably not. Fried human. Oof. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of final location. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the Slaves Man and his eviler counterpart Ashley. As fans, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Ronald's final famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you are able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders with his cherry blossom floating through the air. Fuck it. Ronald, what are we doing here? There's still some time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big in visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. Fresh food taste. Wow. Of course. There it is. Fresh food taste. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Can I die after that? No. Stay where you are. You shall absorb the shame of what you just said. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get to your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but the decision gets hard to stick to when. Ding! The oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there's no sound. Alrighty, dog lays next to Copa's chair. Doggo. What kind of doggo? What's the breed? Oh, do I ignore it? Do I like... no romance for you. How dare you try to eat my fucking food, bitch. Did you hear that? Hear what? I distinctly hear a bell chime. Somebody must be training Sprinkles to do a trick. I bet his mouth is watering. Strange. I was going to say that my mouth was watering. Alas, I have to look somewhere else for something tasty to put it in. Ew! Smoke began billowing over the oven, filling the arena around you. Yeah, I guess you... Well, I'll leave you to it then. Happy visualizing. Ah, damn it. Should I just given him the food? Should I have been nice? But, you know, he was being a bitch, you know? A disappointed Colonel Sanders saved the around. Oh my god. When the curse is clear, finally open the oven to find your practice spot has been reduced to ash. Oh, I should just open it. Smells like lunch. Breathe it, Pop. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Springers lay down the ground rules. There's no rule that is except to cook with everything you got. You step up for a cook-off for a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that push you over the edge to victory. Ooh, mac and cheese, huh? We're just talking about that. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her large magnifying glass and several set of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices. He's trying to find a way to improve on something imperfect, his original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare the food. Wow, this is getting very serious. Colonel Sanders battered his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam first injects ingredients into an itty bitty pot of broth. Best friend Bastard Blaster. Van places his testicles as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and ride. Ashley scooped his pastry off the tray with lightning speed. Shadow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. Bobbed out pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? Something about at least Miriam reminds me of Caligula's Arsa. I'm sure you're right. It's a singular everyone's hotel. It does kind of look like Caligula's Arsa.
We mustn't let it happen, or the impliance of Bryce will take us all. Self-destruct.
They quickly unplugged Clank and rolled him out to the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare for this, you notice Axel has a spellbook out. Spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn to tide? You got the book on your own and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Do it the hard way. You need passion? Wait, you have passion. Wait.
Who needs magic when you have passion?
I'm going to do it the hard way. Alexander sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. Wink, 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 wink. Someday, I have a good thingy that I can wink with. Wink, wink. Yeah, best not suit to her level. Like, I am not evil. I just have lots of passion.
I believe in you, Ronald.
Huh? Miriam listens too. And I've always believed in you, Ronald, since we were little kids because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, how about your dish? If you're cheering, who's cooking? Tiny few, short cook time. I'm already finished. I'm actually already finished. I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's a secret ingredient. Oh no. Oh no. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get the eye renewed from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve, the sport monster.
Steve, wait, why would the Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We sport monster are many. I think Gorko had a day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, but so I say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and culinary skills will impress me by hanging out.
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the spork monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical item and accidentally summon me, huh?
Right, you guessed it, sorta. But if you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in the pot of salt water?
That's using the dude. I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they come from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school where I had fallen asleep during scare tactic class and when I woke up.
You toss a serious stare at Steve and she takes the hint. Oh, he crying. Look at him. Summoner class acquired. Hell yeah.
Achievement unlocked. Summoner chef. Summoner master chef. It is I, Ronald.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. I give up and drop out. Have you summoned Shishibe? Don't know how to do that.
You summon extra power from deep down within you.
I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair? What? Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body.
Super Saiyan!
My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing for their entire lives for... Yes, Ronald, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Culinary conjure, quad, triple C. You will know
You would not. Y'all ain't ready for culinary conjure.
Jesus Christ.
That's wild, bro.
Sorry.
My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing the entire lesson for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be pretty useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. My man. But don't worry, dear Ronald, you may have suffered some setback, but all is not lost. Impressed with what you call no, Sanders decided that you have earned his support.
I've been watching you today and must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches.
Wait.
He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help.
Oh, you managed to make it mac and cheese and time is almost up and so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the rest? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules have never really been my thing. I follow my heart.
Right? The music? Headbangs. What? Guitar solo.
Yeah.
What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolded a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tender you have ever laid your eyes on.
And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effect that surpass the individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect fruit union? Time's up, students.
With the time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From the off-screen, you hear a pure and instant giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying.
Oh my god. So chill now. It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on the broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now.
Let me guess, did Van Van do something to this? Have something to do with this?
When somebody asks for wedgie, who might refuse?
I thought wedgie was a salad.
It was like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs, may I be excused?
Sure.
You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly your book material. Wait a second, pranks, clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, burp, beep, 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 boop, beep, beep, bop, beep, 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 but other onomatopoeia. Fuck. Onomatopoeia. But there's none. Somehow must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final project. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow. 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon, noodle, and savory soup.
Oh shit, that looks so nice though.
My word, so delicate. It's a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy floated in this itsy bitsy bowl.
Yes, chef.
Please call me Sprinkles, chef. Chef is my mother's name. Clank one day become a kitchen megazord. Oh, honestly.
He'll be crazy cooking, man. He'll be the best mechanic chef in the world.
Yes, Sprinkles.
And some green tea made from baby tea leaf that I picked up myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffed around the dishes before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the butter. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste?
Oh come on, I'm not one of those dogs that doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all to myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble worth of soup. But though the name Clank made me think of Ratchet and Clank. Oh wait, what was that? Wait, that sounds familiar. I feel like I should know that, but I don't remember. Ratchet. Oh, that game. I've never played it. I've seen it around though. I think at one point I wanted to try playing it, but I was like, didn't have time. Wasn't really a game person. Says me. Yeah. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with so much love poured into it like yours. When you always ever joy, she gave you a big hug. Thank you, Ronald, for helping me believe in myself.
Baba, you're up.
Now describe a dish. When they play on PC 2 games. Oh! Yeah. I never really had any consoles growing up, so... The only thing I had was like a Game Boy. Game Boy Advance or something. My mom wouldn't let me get a PS1, or PS2, or PS3, or PS4. So, that's why I'm a PC person. Why is my hand so... Why is it having like a reaction?
Now describe your dish.
I made uni over smooth egg custard in an egg-horn urchin shell topped with caviar.
Dude, that's so extra. Kind of popping though. Do you screw one type of urchin with spine from a second different color type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Sprinkles leans into sniffs at Uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Finally, Sprinkles go all in, tongue at first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch!
My tongue.
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to this thing. Oof, rip. You can always grab some PC magic if you ever want to play the series. Ah, true. You're right. The magic. The PC magic. Can't be helped. True. You're right. I'm like us will do the trick. I can't eat this. This could fuck in my tongue. Disqualify it. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that stuffing food in a ball made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Rejected Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified for glory.
For glamour. Don't discount temporarily.
This is the last you heard of me.
Before forcing us to enjoy his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkle gracefully lapped up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk, get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time for a step up. Now describe your dish. One day I'll beat Ratchet deadlocked on the hardest difficulty. Good luck with that. You will. That's gonna be some good shit going on. And tell me if you ever complete it. Dude, I don't know how people like replay games and like play on like the hardest mode. It's like the things are like the same but just harder, and I guess some people just like games, like to replay games. Mans. Oh yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. Orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rose water syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Yo, that's so fancy though. Look at that. So fancy. That actually sounds so bad. That actually doesn't sound so bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'll ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be displayed piece.
Oh wait, what?
So you don't want it to be eaten?
During the food at a cooking school? That looked was so retro and claimed to put all its focus in the interesting. Nice. Into the combat. Yo, that's kinda cool though.
Get toast in your ears or something, Ronald. I told you it's a display piece.
Actually, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at the cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam.
Oh my god. My guy.
If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'll go to College of Eating, School of for the Hunger. For the Hungry.
She cooks dessert, but she doesn't want it to be eaten. What the heck?
I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insist, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food can be eaten, it cannot be judged. It's disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know how intruding if it cooked you.
And with that, Ashley stormed off to really dedicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. Wow, character development. That's why I've bitten it from the beginning several times. Okay. Several times. So you already played the game several times. So it just like, is it just like full on battles and stuff or something? They're just, or like, is it just like the combat, the way the combat works is really different from the rest? Or something.
This isn't the last you heard of me either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. Young Colonel Sanders, the final cooks step up again. 2 chefs. Oh my god, look at that. Look at them. Look at that mac and cheese. What the fuck? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. Oh my god. Hello? I want this. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone pauses the class. You pause, you get a pause.
You'll seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together in Colonel Sanders have met a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Batman and Ashley was drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declare that you are passed. Everyone has passed. There was supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could it be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their grooves on. I feel like I've heard this song before.
The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking era, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
Watch DJ Dog in the house. Ow, wow, wow, wow.
He knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Van and Ashley tells everyone that they committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. Bro? For a moment, you actually believe them. Each mission is an episode of an illegal combat sport called Dread Zone, with arena, objective missions, and vehicle level. Oh, that's kinda intensive. I didn't think it's like a mission thing. I thought it's like a story base, like adventure kind of thing. But that's interesting though, having like a each mission thingy episode. Dread Zone. Not another haunting. The girls loud at graduation is clearly written in the school's bylaw. It was never such a thing goes, it was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone's together,
It's a sport monster. She is totally muddled out. Everyone, the sport monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone refers to me by my new name, Party Monster.
oh hey, hello Pia, hello. Welcome, thanks for the follow. How are you been? What's good? I'm playing KFC Dating Sim. It feels like, I think it's about to end actually. Students try to finish what he has to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. The ejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the room. Across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such attentions? It's Bob. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently has for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched on top of his dirty chef hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't trying. You weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and the electrical hissing. It's Clark, who has arrived late to the party dance. Neither I can read my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I'm Glank and I'm not one of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? Ratchet and Clank got kidnapped and you progress by finishing the main story missions of planets and getting enough emblems to compete in tournament. Oh. Wait, so you don't play as Ratchet and Clank? Or do you mean they got kidnapped but you play as them to unkidnap themselves? And getting enough emblem to kidnap to other planets? I don't know. Maybe I'll read on it later.
What? I should feel like I knew this whole time.
Now that I've learned the way of you kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't time for me to vote myself to figure out who you are, Clank.
You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear that she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of, humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. Oh my god, I'm hungry. Look at this. Bro, I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of Chicken and Man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Oh, that looks so good though. What? The end? No! Did I do it bad? Oh wait, no, not the end. Oh shit. As everyone feeds on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Ronald, what are you doing here all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me what the qualities that you would expect to find such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tiny goatee, and a degree from University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It's truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? You play as Ratchet while Clank is a mission operator. Ah! You play box games until you can find a way to save the day. Ah, interesting. That's a lot, actually. Kinda wacky. Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future treasures out in front of you. And once my 11th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend together with you, Ronald. 100 franchise? How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stopped dead in his tracks. Work together? I think this is something I need to do myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a lot of connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to enjoy sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll in pastry school. Oh my dear Ronald, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way you have me by your side. It's also funny how Ratchet's all adventures are twisted by the announcers. Oh really? Yo? Oh, is that like you don't really you don't expect shit? You can't expect things. It's like a plot twist along the way. The end. The fuck, bro? Where's the kiss? Oh my god. Man, that's loud. But holy shit. Anyways, I was anyway. Actually, I shouldn't be expecting romance, like actual romance, since it's like a fucking crack auto game. Oh my god. That was Colonel Sanders dating sim. I mean, it was fun. I think it was cracked, obviously. It was interesting, but I wasn't expecting like battle sequences. But my god. Announcer, he's a Lombax. He spent time in prison, he hates puppies. Dude, that's so funny. So it's like the announcer just like a crackhead or something, just like talking shit about Ratchet. Oh my god. Man, I was not expecting to play Colonel Sanders dating sim tonight. I was like, yeah, I will play this ominous, creepy puzzle game or something. But it didn't work, so it's like, ugh, fine, whatever. So, you know, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. To announcers bounting twisted stories. Gee, yeah, that's kind of fun though. That's like a good mechanic, question mark. It's always a fun time. But yeah, I think
Yeah, that has been fun. That was a good time. If I could just, let's see. Wait, let me get out of the game. But yeah, I think I'll end the stream here. Yeah, it's over. Are you glad that it's over? Are you glad that it's over? It was kinda intensive. Pretty funny. I wonder if there's like choices I could have done that could make like actual romance thing going on. But like, I guess not. Maybe not. But yeah. Yes, I will end streaming here, and I'll be on tomorrow actually in like in like 11 hours or something. I'll be playing It Takes Two again with Kaeda. Like try to thingamajiggy finish it or like continue it, and I'll also be on Sunday night and to play Phasmo. But yes, I will. You guys will know. Whatever. Anyways. And yes, thank you for dropping by. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys have the good rest of your morning. Good rest of your day and your night, if you're on my time zone. And I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Bye. Redeem. I almost forgot. Okay. Bye bye.